this week we're back with another story from my dad because, well, in my opinion, his stories about his life are a lot more interesting than the stories about my life. This one is when my dad was in high school. Now, back when my dad was in high school, there are a lot more different rules compared to what there are nowadays. And back then, kids, well, they didn't really abide by the rules that much. I mean, sure, kids nowadays don't do that, but at the same time, back then, it was a little worse. How worse, you may ask? Well, here's an example. This is the building where this story takes place. As you can see, there is a few windows and a second building that is a bit lower that is attached to the other building. My dad's class was this window, and my dad's friend's class was this window. My dad's teacher had gone out of the class for a minute, and my dad decided that he would want to say hello to his friend. Would that be walking down the corridor and going to see his friend? No, it involved him hanging out of the window with his friend holding him by his feet. Now, this image doesn't really suit the situation I'm talking about, but it's the only image I could find when I searched up for man holding man upside down outside of a window. I don't see where the window is in this, but instead, here is a clip from an old show I'm watching that works well with this situation. But just for reference, it is a mannequin that they are holding out of the window in this clip, and also, in my dad's case, instead of it being two people holding one leg, it was one person holding both legs.
Right, Peacock, spill the beans or you take a dive.
Here, steady on.
He's going to tell us the combination of the safe.
You out of your mind? You could drop him.
What do you know? He got a false legs.
That's basically what happened to my dad. As he was hanging upside down out of the window, his friend, well, he lost grip, and my dad ended up falling, going straight past the window actually. Now, it was lucky he landed on top of the lower second building, because otherwise, well, who's to say that he wouldn't have made it out with serious injury. But thankfully, somehow he only ended up with a few bruises. And as you might have guessed, he did get quite a telling off for this, going against health and safety in a quite stupid way, to be honest. But let's just say, he never did it again. So if there's anything to take away from this, don't get your friend to hold you upside down out of a window at your school so you can see your friend in the classroom below. It's a good thing that they now make the windows a lot more harder to actually climb through in schools.